what is going on with the timeline of Dragon Ball Z, because we all know Akira Toriyama, always forgets his characters. He forgot he had a whole main character called Lunch. She was it all the way through Dragon Ball, and then when Z started, he completely forgot she existed. Completely forgot. And then now Dragon Ball Super happens. So basically, here's the explanation, right? The Dragon Ball Z ends at a certain year, right? But Dragon Ball Super starts after the Buu Saga. So the Dragon Ball Z ends at, I think, 10 years after the Buu Saga. Mm-hmm. That's the last bit.
Yeah, with the tournament.
With the tournament and then with Oob and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Super takes place, I think, is it 3 years?
3 years after the events of the
events of the Buu Saga.
Yeah.
Now, in the manga, they're up to 3 years before the end of Z, right?
Yeah.
But some characters still look the same.
Yes.
Goten and Trunks.
They look like kids.
They still look like the same, the way they looked in the Buu Saga.
Yeah, they look like children.
They still look like children.
Teenagers.
They should be, how old were they in the Buu Saga? Like
8.
Let's say they were 8, yeah. They should be at least
16,
14, 15. 15's like 15 roughly on average by now.
It's true. Yeah.
But they're still wearing the same clothes, acting like children. And it's like, what the hell's going on here? So this guy obviously forgot that,
their
actual age. I think he actually admitted it as well. He's very forgetful. Like, he just forgets things and then moves on to the next thing. It's surprising how successful he is, because like he just forgets things.
Yeah.
How can Trunks come in Dragon Ball Z with pink hair and then come back in Dragon Ball Super with blue hair and nobody says anything?
And they're the exact same age.
Same age. Yeah,
because it was the Trunks of a similar age. But then again, I hate that Goku Black arc. So the power scaling on that was just so confusing. Because you remember, whoever hasn't watched Super, sorry, but spoiler alert, with the Goku Black arc, when you have fused Zamatsu and Goku Black, and then Trunks somehow gets so much power. You remember when he just goes crazy and he starts actually hurting Zamatsu and Goku Black? But this is the same Trunks that couldn't beat androids 17 and 18. The same Trunks that struggled to beat Perfect Cell, that couldn't beat Perfect Cell. He could only beat Imperfect Cell without any of the androids absorbed. And then suddenly he gets this rush of blood and he's able to hurt Zamatsu. Oh man, it's just... And then he kills Zamatsu with that golden... With the sword. With the shiny sword thing. He just cuts him in half. And you're like... where did the scaling just he shouldn't be able to compete at all. At all. He should be like one touch, that's it, dead. Yeah. I don't know how they fix that.
Power scaling on. They keep trying to fix it. Like, they keep trying to say, okay, it's not all about being really strong. But no, it is. It is actually about being really strong. Because you can't say all that and bring in, like, for example, you have a tournament of power and you bring in people like Roshi and Krillin and Tien and stuff who aren't really strong, but they have certain skills that make them useful. Mm-hmm. But then have the main antagonist being Jiren, who's just really strong. That was his thing.
He's just strong for no reason. And there's no reason why he's that strong. As strong as the very gods of destruction. Like, he's stronger than... He is the strongest character in the entire... Well, at least in the anime, the strongest character in the series, bar none. Like, full-powered Jiren versus full-powered anybody else, he was winning easily. Yeah. Somehow they made him lose. Okay, but... Why is he so strong? We have there's no explanation. It's just that he is. Yeah. He's just basically God in this series. Apart from the Omni King
or whatever he is.
Apart from he's probably the strongest. You can just wipe him out just like that. Yeah. But Jiren is the second most powerful being in the entire universe.
For no reason. Just how it is. Just like how 17 can keep up.
Genetics.
Because how 17 can keep up with Super Saiyan Blue. For no reason.
When he was weaker than Imperfect Cell.
How?
He was...
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
It's brain-numbingly stupid.
I think did it? I don't know if they explained it properly better in the manga, because in the anime they just everything just went out the window. You just watch it for vibes. You don't watch it. You don't watch it because you want things to make sense. You just want to see people scream, shoot laser beams, and punch people in the gut. And people, that's what you watch Dragon Ball Z because you know what you're getting. You're not asking for a deep plot. That's what when I see on YouTube doing like people doing theories on Dragon Ball Z. It's the most pointless thing. It's the most pointless exercise. Why are you doing Dragon Ball Z theories? No,
there are so many retcons. There are so many retcons. It's crazy. You know the one that made me laugh. Yeah. So when they're in that room of spirit and time, the one that they used to train during the Cell Saga. You know that they say every basically it's a year and a day. So you spend a day in the hyperbolic time chamber, you come out, you spend 1 year in the hyperbolic time chamber and it's a day outside. Yeah. Then they did it in reverse in the Buu Saga because Piccolo and Gotenks were stuck in the room of spirit and time. And then Piccolo says that, every hour it's like basically a day outside. When it should be basically be the opposite. And we thought it was a brain fart. Literally, he came out and it was true. It was literally. So you need to check it out. It's some guy that talks about. You're like, what? I didn't notice it. I read it back. I was like, raw. Like they just forgot how the room of spirit and time works.
Serious. They should just reanimate everything and just give us a Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell. I just fix all their issues because there's so many things that they say that shoots them in the foot. Yeah. Oh my God. So one thing that's kind of come around now is that basically the next film is called Dragon Ball Superhero. And it follows it takes place basically 3 years before the end of Z. Yeah. Yeah. So if you read the manga, it's more in the Granola arc. Have you read the manga yet?
I've seen a little bit of it, yeah.
So in the manga, they're basically in an arc called the Granola arc. After the Tournament of Power, which the anime ends, goes to, I don't know if they didn't do a Broly. I think there might be a Broly manga, but it's probably separate. But if they were going to animate it again, they'll do Broly, then they'll do the Moro arc, which was interesting at some point, and then it just became really rubbish. And then now it's the Granola arc,
Survivor,
which is I actually quite like the Granola arc because it's kind of it's giving more depth to some of the characters, like Vegeta and the past of the Saiyans and stuff like that. I think Granola is a boring character, but basically that takes place around the same time as Superhero apparently, or something along those lines. But now, if you see the Superhero trailer, Pan is a little older, right? Gohan's daughter. So she's a little older. If Goten and Trunks are still the same bloody age, yeah? It's people are the whole community would just be
for sure Trunks should be as old as he was when his future self. Yeah, so he should be 17, 18 now. Yeah. So basically be around the tournament, the ending of Z where there was the war tournament arc when he looks like he was the same age as he was in his future self. Yeah. Oh man. There's so many retcons, even with things like Zenkai boosts. When you when you hurt a Saiyan almost within an inch of his life, he comes back stronger. They had to retcon that because
you can't keep doing it.
You should literally just be stabbing yourself every time and just to get stronger. They had to say, there's a limit to that. Okay, cool.
Even the time chamber, there is something about the time chamber that it's not that longer useful.
Your power plateaus at some point now. Yeah. I think that happened around the Buu arc because when Vegeta said, he was training for years and he never increased his power level at all. And then suddenly he gets a significant boost in power when he trains with the Gods of Destruction. He just picks up some Super Saiyan God power.
And they never explained how they picked it up, They never actually explained how they just Resurrection F happens and they come back and they're Super Saiyan Blue. And it's like...
Yeah, they had to hold... They had to do this kind of a ritual.
That's if you want to do the redhead one.
Yeah.
The first form. Mm-hmm. Which is the whole ritual thing.
Yeah.
But the Super Saiyan Blue... never explained it.
It was like a transformation from the red, but then Vegeta's able to do the red one.
So he's able to do the
somehow,
red one.
So I guess he must have done the ritual. But why is it only?
Well, that doesn't sound like something Vegeta would do, though.
But isn't it only? Didn't they make a rule that said only pure blood? Yeah. Oh, why did they do that, man?
Saiyans with a good heart or something dumb like that.
Or pure blooded Saiyans or something
power
like that.
Basically power of friendship.
No, because I know of Super Saiyan that when they do that, it's a bit weird. Basically, they add these weird conditions to these transformations that makes it seem that basically only Goku and Vegeta can beat anybody. Because Gohan, he was supposed to be we all know that he was supposed to be the successor.
Yeah.
And then nobody really were feeling Goku or Gohan, so they just went back to Goku again, which is why Gohan kind of just got left in the because you're thinking, okay, he beat Cell, he's the guy they're gonna go to now, and then suddenly he's back to Goku again. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but because people weren't really that interested in Gohan,
but they don't need to just treat him like a common whore. Like that's how they treat him.
I mean, they tried to bring him back in Super Bowls too.
That's what happened.
They left a really. That's the thing. The character development of some of these guys was promising. Like Piccolo at one point was really good, and then they just forget about them.
Yeah.
Even Tien at one point, even more in Dragon Ball, when he was quite interesting. When
he was one of the antagonists.
Yeah, he was one of the antagonists in the tournament arcs, and he was like on par with Goku at one point. Piccolo Jr. was stronger than Goku at one point, and they just let them go and they focus on Goku.
They just leave them behind. At least Z kept some characters relevant. At least they all had something to do. Like even in the Cell Saga, even Krillin was useful to a certain point. And Tien like kept second form Cell like underground for ages,
with the
for like 3 episodes.
The tri-beams just they just collapses. I like that bit. I can't.
I was like, you know what? You can't. You put some respect on Tien, bro.
Even though he should have died like he did in the first before Nappa. When he did that. That was weird. They died for weird reasons back in those days. Like. I know Yamcha died because he got blown up by Cyberman. Chaozu self-destructed, which did 0 damage to Nappa. Tien did some tri-beam that used up all his energy and just collapsed and died, which has never happened since. No one just dies because they're just completely out of energy. And then he did the same thing against Imperfect Cell with 17 absorbed, and he was fine.
just dust it off.
Just fatigued. I love Dragon Ball.
Love it, it's so silly. It's so dumb though.
I just can't take it seriously.
But that's why I love it. You just don't need to think.
When Frieza, remember when Frieza said he's never trained before in his life? Imagine that, the dominator of worlds never trained a second in his life. He was just naturally strong and gifted.
Like, what if I actually train?
Just 6 months and I'll be stronger than Majin Buu. Majin Buu, mate. He was so much stronger than Majin Buu. The same guy that his father said you should never. There's 2 people you never cross in this universe. Beerus and Majin Buu. He said that, and in 6 months he surpassed him.
6 months.
What are you doing, Colt?
He's on par with the gods. On par. He has God's chi.
In 6 months.
He has God's chi. I love Dragon Ball Z, man. It's just so
dumb.
But it's so entertaining. But it's so dumb. I love the fact that it's dumb, though. But it's entertaining. It's entertainment.
Even the power levels aren't really explained. But there's something that they did was quite interesting. The guy that shot Goku because his guard was down because his ki was. It seems like you need to have a significant amount of ki to actually protect yourself, which is why in some cases when people have ki, they don't get shot by bullets because they're consciously putting the ki out. But if you unconsciously if you turn it off, then you can actually be hurt by normal means.
Yeah.
It makes sense when, like Chicho could slap Goku and it will turn him. Then again, remember Bulma slapped Beerus and Beerus had a mark on him? It was like, what? And then he slapped Bulma back and Bulma's head didn't explode for some reason.
Vegeta comes.
Vegeta, Super Saiyan form Vegeta was stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
For a minute.
Because Beerus hurt his woman.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's a prostate for a minute. And then they've retconned Super Saiyan 3 as well, haven't they? Like Super Saiyan 3 basically is uses too much energy too fast, although it's stronger.
Yeah.
You're better off just using Super Saiyan 2 because you can control it better. Super Saiyan 3 is just like a burst of power that you don't really need.
Ever used now.
They haven't used it since the bad animation in Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, that was hard times for Dragon Ball, man. Yeah, that was bad. That
was really bad.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was oof. It was as bad as it sounded, man.
Yeah, hard times, man. Hard times.